Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Oh my God, it's been 12 minutes. I was vibing. I was vibing and I didn't mean to go over the 10 minutes. Good morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time of day it is where you are. Hi everybody. It's so wonderful to see you guys. It's so wonderful to see you guys. Let me look at the activity feed. Let me see. Tristan was first again 6 times. We love to see it. And what else do we have? We have grateful. Grateful that the people in the UK may experience some break from this heat.
あなたはちょっと
Thank
待っ
you
てか
for
ら出なさい。
being
はい。
thankful for
いい子だ。
stream. Thank you, Jojo, for renewing your sub. And who else do we have? Hi, Tristan. Hi, Jay. Hi, Heket. Hi, Kat. Hi, Joe. Uh, hi, Sharky. Did I miss anybody? Just say hi if I missed anybody. Thank you, Kat, for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. 6 whole months. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. This Sunday will be my 5 stream streak. Um, this Sunday will be my 1 year anniversary of streaming. So that's exciting. So yeah. I didn't stream very regularly in the beginning. I really only started sticking to my schedule at the beginning of this year. But yeah, it's been 1 year. I know, for real. Wait, Lady Kuslan's dad support the attorneys or does he hate the daughter competes? What? Are we talking about Hunger Games? Hello? Diva down? Oh, and your thank you, Tristan. Your cosplay. I need to know about this cosplay. And also, Tris, we need to see your Shrek outfit and or any other cosplays that you've done. Really, I feel like all of you should just make a collective post in somebody's Discord and post all of your cosplays so that I can just see all of them. The only one that I have is Jack Sparrow and Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle because my friend dressed up as Howl. Uh and we did that together for no, and Cruella. I do have Cruella as well when I had my split dye hair. Those are probably my 3 mostly Halloween cosplays, but the only time that I actually got like fully dressed up with accessories and like all that. Cruella, the horse detective. No, unfortunately, I hadn't met her that time. Cruella, the Disney villain. A Solus cosplay. I don't know what Solus is. I don't know what that is. Guys, I have so much to talk about today. Um, I went to 4 child birthday parties as Ariel from 7 to 19. I don't have any photos left. Oh, okay, listen. Little Mermaid was my favorite movie of all time growing up. And even to this day, I have Little Mermaid themed birthdays. Like, ever since then until now, I have Little Mermaid decorations and everything. Even though today, as an adult, I don't like the idea of a 15-year-old getting married and the whole like concept of giving up your voice to be with a man. I don't agree with that. But like, Ariel is so pretty and I love it and I like the music and the very 90s wedding dress. I love all of it. Solus is Joe's true love in Dragon Age. Tristan's dressing up as Pitbull in a week's time. I need to see that. Tristan's going to cosplay as Nathaniel Howe from Dragon Age Awakening, and I'll run to Wales and cosplay as Lady Kuslin, who canonically was nearly an engagement with him, if only Earl Howe wasn't a dirty, no good son of a bitch and had to be killed by my hand. Tristan, I know you're referencing your ability to pronounce the film, but it does sound like you've taken possession of me. The Ugly Stepsister. We need to see all of this. I want somebody decide whose Discord we're conglomerating in, and we just make a mega thread or like make a channel cosplays. I know we're all nerds here. We all at some point must have dressed up, even if it's just for like Halloween. Halloween counts as well. You can add one to yours. There you go. There you go. I can't remember a time I got dressed up. Damn. Everyone, I think, here knows Joe, but if you're here and you don't know Joe, they're amazing. And you should go to their page here and find their Discord. I don't know if they have their Discord linked in their profile, but I don't have the link right now. Angsty sexual tension between Lady Kuzlin and Nathaniel is palpable and diabolical. Can I unknow Joe? There's nobody who should ever say those words. My Discord confuses me, so probably best. Tristan, your Discord confuses me too. I know that the channel names are clever plays on phrases, but using Toad, but I can't figure them out because I'm oopid. And I'm bad at puzzles, and I'm just really, really oopid. So I need like a legend, like a key. So that I can follow it. Like just put a channel in there that's like channel key or something. Can hit you over the head really hard, give you amnesia. Please, for the love of God, rename them. I made them and I do not know them either. I love creative names. I love the creative names and I want you to keep the creative names. But I feel like you just need, like, a lot of Discords have that, where they have like a channel or a post somewhere that's pinned that's like, here's what's appropriate to put in each channel. Like, that's normal. To be like, this is what you should post in each channel. Yes. You should go see Tristan, Big Head Short Legs, and go to their Discord because they always have a poppin' VC in there. Somebody is always in that voice chat. Also, I need you to see things new to the stream. I compiled all of the 7TV Red Dead emotes that I have added to my channel so that you know when you can use them. And if you can't see the emotes in your desktop, you can, I wouldn't recommend using the 7TV extension because it's so buggy, but if you use BTTV or FFZ, you can see them. And if you're on mobile, download the Frosty app. It's amazing. Whenever I'm in any of y'all's chats, I'm usually watching it on my laptop and chatting from the Frosty app because then I don't have to, like, it like auto fills in emotes and stuff for me, and it's just really convenient and I like it. So you got to put spaces in between them, Jay. I do have a Fruck Micah. I have those. I also added tier 2 and 3 sub badge flare because I stumbled across that in the back end. And so you get little stars on your sub badge in the like pink and blue stars. So that happens now. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently anybody can do that on your channel. So I thought that was really cool. I also have been finding Micah's the real hair. God. Um okay. I'm trying to keep my brain focused here. Thank you / I'm sorry to Joe and Tristan because they've been my lifeline these past like 3 days. My hormones in orbit. Absolutely out of this solar system. Thank you / I'm sorry to everyone. That's evil, Jay. Micah does not know. Reminds me of Joe. That's evil. Anyway, so I've just been nonstop posting to them, being like, help. Being thirsty, being sad. I hate media that makes me sad. I hate it. It makes me sick to my stomach. Like literally, it was hard to find things the last 3 days that I wanted to eat because I was so sick to my stomach from crying. I even cried this morning. I cried this morning. Ground control to Major Tom. Thank you / I'm sorry, me every day. Jay, are you okay? He's never been. That's not even a question. And Crow, I've had fun with you being yourself. Thank you so much. It comes in waves. And then, like I told you, it's like twice a month and then it'll be over. This has just been accidentally extended for 3 days instead of just 1 day. Joe reminds me of Mary Beth. Mary Beth does write love stories. That is true. Right wing and red pilled. What do I have that's like? It's me. I love aligning with you while we gnaw at the bars over Arthur. I had the best time. I had to get it all out so I can keep my channel the way that I keep my channel, but it's bleeding over today. Like I said, this is day 3 and this is unusual for me. I've had the time of my life. It's so fun. I've also been notoriously down bad. I watched Dirty Dancing on my 21st birthday. It didn't come out on my 21st birthday, but I remember getting really drunk and we all watched Dirty Dancing. Hello, hi Bree. Hi Bree. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I don't think I've ever been so thirsty on Main if I had. Yes, exactly. On Tristan's chat and Joe's chat. I'm so sorry. I was losing it. I was losing it. And, okay, I have been coming across, because I've been watching so many TikToks that alternately make me cry and then laugh and then be thirsty. I have been finding the casts of Red Dead 2, their socials, like gradually. And I was already following Roger Clark and Rob Weedoff, which is Arthur and John. And today I found Pearson. His name is Jim. I forget his last name, something with an S. But I found Pearson. And on his channel, he does art. He did a full, not a full, but like Major Arcana tarot cards with Red Dead characters. And he also does like he does stew reviews. He does, as Pearson, he does stew reviews. and he like warms them up outside over a grill, and he like eats them out of this like metal bowl that looks like it's just straight out of Red Dead. It's great. I'm catching up. I'm almost jealous because that's what my channel was supposed to be for. I think that you still get a little bit. You still get some bleed over, Joe. I feel like I was bringing that energy yesterday, so sorry. Y'all, I want to see Obsession so bad. Like, obsession with people, like sharing our obsessions, or like what is it, a TV show or a movie Obsession? The Welsh boy is stealing the bitches and my brand. Sorry. His accent is just so awesome. Sorry. I get too shy in yours. I don't know what's wrong with me. Joe's is Wild Wild West in their chat. Not me. I hate that shark. Gotta get out of here. Any Tristan haters? Filtered out. Just kidding. You're still welcome here. I want to see those. Yeah, you gotta look up I found him on TikTok, but he also is on Instagram. I'm always feral in Joe's chat. I just want you to be yourself so bad. Agreed. As you're right. The movie. Okay, that's what I thought. He shall be 100% feral around me, or what's the point of me streaming? Joe, the second you get on Red Dead 2, it's going to be brutal. Joe, it's going to be unhinged. Unhinged. I can't wait. And also, your playthrough is going to take months because I feel like you're going to be like doing every side quest because you want to show us everything. And also, you're going to stop to talk so much, which I love. I can't wait to hear it all. I feel like you're going to stop and like have discussions and explanations and like breakdowns and everything. And I can't wait. He's just Whittle and I cannot possibly find him attractive. Damn. Academic level discourse about Red Dead 2. Exactly. I can always count on Joe for that, and I can't wait. Also, I have to say this because I've alluded to this in Tristan's chat. And Tristan, listen to me. We still need to hop in a call. I'm being completely serious. You, me, and Joe need to be in a call, please. But here's the very brief surface level thing because I haven't been able to type it out in chat. I am an Abigail apologist, and I kind of hate John Marston. And the only reason, here's the thing. Arthur sacrificed so much, and his last dying wish was for John's family to have a chance at having a normal life, which is what he was never able to have. And that was all he could think about. At the end, please let me save the people in the gang who can get out. And Abigail took that to heart. And John never clearly saw the repercussions of even small actions that kept him tied to the outlaw lifestyle. And as a result, he allowed himself to be, he was sloppy in letting his name, his true name, Marston, be heard throughout the area, which brought attention to him. And worst of all, hi Roger, hi Roger. Worst of all, Micah is the reason why Jack is doomed to live a life that Arthur never wanted for him, because he couldn't resist going after Micah. He was so blinded by his lust for revenge, which Arthur clearly states multiple times that he doesn't agree with revenge. He does not agree with revenge. And when John went to kill Micah, he exposed himself to the Pinkertons, because the Pinkertons then, in the later scenes, you can see they're talking to people around town who have now heard John's name. They show up at the site of Micah's death, and they're able to track down Beecher's Hope, which sets off the events of Red Dead 1. And ultimately, John gets killed for his actions. And then ultimately, Jack is 19 years old, a complete orphan. He doesn't know about the people who made it out in the gang, like Tilly or them. He doesn't know, he knows that Uncle is dead. Everybody else that was in that gang that he knows of was dead. His mom and dad are dead. He's now an orphan, doomed to repeat the cycle that Arthur wanted so badly for him to get out of. He's now alone. And what is he going to do? Run Beecher's Hope by himself? And like, all that he saw was the life of an outlaw. And that's all that he knows. And so he goes off and he kills Edgar, because all he knows is that short-sighted revenge. And that probably kicked it off to get him tracked down too. And when you think about it, I could just cry thinking about how John doomed his son to continue on another generation of living a lifestyle that Arthur thought he could escape from. And he could have escaped from. Like, Arthur would be so upset. So upset. Because now Jack is, like, essentially homeless, familyless. I mean, like I said, he could, like, stay at Beecher's Hope and, like, try to run the whole thing by himself and, like, hire people to help him and everything. But, like, most likely he's going to fall in with a gang. He's going to go be an outlaw. It's so upsetting. And for those reasons, I fully support Abigail and her anger towards every time that John went back to being a bounty hunter or an outlaw. I fully respect that. And I'm very, very mad at John. Very mad at John. I do think that he's more attractive in Red Dead 2 also. He is very sassy and cunty and attractive. But anyway, that's my that's my thing. That's my thing. I haven't been reading chat. Joe, can I be the person you bring on your podcast for Dragon Age? I can't wait for Joe's podcast. Hi, Roger. I said hi to you. John is a doofus, and we all know this. Yes. Y'all, now that I'm not on camera, I can say this. Roger, good voice on that man. I've been in like 5 minutes of Roger's stream. I need to go back and watch more. He tried to say it's boring. Hard disagree. I want audio stim time. This is what I said in my Discord, but I told her I was wrong. Wait, wrong about what? Is anyone's Mix It Up open? I want to make noise. Yes? I still don't even know what clip you watched. Can you imagine if Jack knew about Tilly, right? If Jack knew about Mary Beth or Pearson or Tilly. Was there anyone else? You wouldn't want to send him off with Reverend Jackson. Sadie will come up and save him, don't worry, or Charles. Let me out of my straitjacket. See, his hope could be that he flees to Canada or South America. But how is he going to do that as a teenager by himself and track down one of them without making a name for himself, trying to locate where they are? Like, he doesn't have a network of people the way that the people in the Vanderlyn gang did. Like, they, not just the people in the gang, I'm talking about, like, they knew people outside of the gang. They had sources. They had, like, people that they could extract information from, and Jack doesn't have that. And so in order to find Sadie or Charles, if he even remembers where they went, is going to literally have to fact find by himself, and that's going to draw attention to him because it's going to alert people that more Vanderlyn gang people are alive. Best case scenario, he gets raised by Charles because Charles is kind and the best person besides Arthur. Unfortunately, again, he was raised in this situation literally fueled by revenge. Just because Arthur was against it does not mean John holds the same value. Different people are different. It's not like Abigail did not know who he was. Yeah, exactly. The fact that I just feel like John never like truly grew up. Like, he never learned his lesson. He never grew up. He never learned his lesson. He was 38 doing that same bullshit. Like, he's young and like hormonal and like 20s and everything and Red Dead 2 and like, okay, he's making mistakes. But then he continues to make the same mistakes over and over and over. And he's so short-sighted that he can't see how it's affecting his family. The fact that Tilly is married to a lawyer, I'll fucking cry. I know. First one on your channel. Oh, the clip. The reason John was eventually found was because of Micah and being a dum-dum. Exactly. He most definitely has money. I was very flattered he rated me, Crow, but I'm not really a streamer. I just streamed a game for a good friend, so I had no idea what to say. That's okay. That's okay. Unfortunately, I think that's the point. He's literally the middle point between Arthur and Dutch. He's designed as a product of his environment. He's a polite outlaw that does not adjust in society. Yeah. Bitch, all right, you just hear you talk. Sound like such a freak, but I love an accident. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say about that. Well, no. It's not all I have to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. At this particular moment. At this particular moment right now, live on stream, that's all that I'm going to say about that. But I will continue to talk about it. Just right at this particular moment, no. Locked in a box and thrown into the sea. No. Herd chef. I'm not saying that we can't talk about Red Dead. I'm saying that I will no longer continue to monologue about it. I'm not going to monologue about it right now. For this particular moment until I get stirred up again. Oh my god, you know what? Wait. I have a scene that I pulled up. It's called Arthur Hot. I may have installed some mods on my playthrough. I installed some quality of life mods. But I also installed some aesthetic mods. And it's made the game so much more enjoyable. The quality of life ones. I'm less scared to wander around in the world about to be like killed by gang members or eaten by a bear. But I also am sad because I'm in chapter 2 and I found a flowchart of all of the missions because I was like, oh shoot, I think I'm getting close to the end of chapter 2 accidentally. And so I found a flowchart of all the missions. I can't do I'm 2 missions away from chapter 3, and one of them is Micah. That can sit and rot forever. But I feel like I'm never going to see John around the camp ever again, because his is one of the missions that leads up to the final mission. And I don't want to. I don't know why I did so many of the missions. Like, I knew about this. Why did I do all of those missions? I knew that I wanted to stay in chapter 2. I already knew that that was a thing, that I wanted to stay in chapter 2. And so I'm not sure why I did all those missions. And now I'm scared that I have to like avoid the yellow dots on the map. Because I've done nothing but embarrass myself for 3 days. Same. The bunny cosplay didn't win. Okay. So this is my Arthur. The shirt is modded. He's a little beefed up, but I keep him beefed up anyway, but he's a little extra beefed up. He's not as thick as the mod allows. He's like medium. The thickest looked kind of disproportional. It was a little weird. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Drink it in. This man, I may or may not installed a smoking mod so that you can control the smoking and have it like linger if you want him to just like hold on to it, or like hold it in his mouth, or like, yeah. So anyway, I hope this improved your day a little bit. I hope. Imagine him crushing you with his body weight. Oh, I already have multiple times. And you know what? The one mod that I can't get to work is replacing these dirty chaps, because I like the fridge chaps. Those are my favorite. Replacing the dirty chaps with black leather chaps. There's a mod for that. And I haven't been able to get it to work for some reason, and I've been like troubleshooting it. But I feel like that's going to be his final form. Black leather chaps. I'm glad you played Red Dead 1. I'm so glad that Tristan played Red Dead 1. Like, I was never going to play it, and now I know that I hate that game. But I love that it gave us Red Dead 2. And I love that now I know for the full lore. And I'm even glad that Tristan played some of Undead Nightmare, because now I know some of the memes that come up with like the "you eat babies" that I've heard John's actor reference before. That was a fever dream. I would have never played it, and I would have never played Red Dead 1. And so I'm really thankful that Tristan did it. Unfortunately, because of whatever is wrong with me, my brain just goes, I do not think I'm Mr. Morgan's type. And that's how I function with every... Stop! I'm everybody's type. Tucks my hair behind my ears. I'm sorry, Horny Joe's being tough. Stop! Come back! Someone go rescue them. Dive into the sea. I need a lifeguard, Joe Wilden. Did you miss the poll in my stream for real? Wait, the cosplay poll? I voted in that poll. And Crow, you're so right for that. I love combat in games, but my God, I don't know if I've aged, but I couldn't imagine finding 99 of the jokes right. Yeah, exactly. That was a hard playthrough. And you kept giving it credit. You kept being like, well, it's an okay game. And I kept being like, no, you can give it up. You can give it up now. It's fine. I was doing a poll for 300 follower cosplay stream, and I fear I picked the two most diabolical. Yeah, I voted. It gives a compassionate, well-meaning, and soulful speech. You eat babies. That was wild. Whoever wrote that game that DLC was high. on multiple things. What the hell? That Sasquatch, not only was it just like, why is there Sasquatch in the middle of zombies, but also, yeah, the Sasquatch, I felt like, oh my God, like sad. And John is just like, you ate babies. And he's like, no, actually, am I the last of my kind? And he's like, no, you're not hearing me. You ate babies. Bonnie saved it. Killed the Sasquatch with no hesitation. You seem so confused by the bunny cosplay. Okay, see, I didn't know who I was voting for. I just voted. And the person that I voted for lost. I don't know who I was voting for. You will be really proud of me though, Tristan. Okay, yes, I have the mods that tones down the ability for NPCs to see you. Um, I'm so glad you lost. Um, so when I've been going around New Austin, there are multiple Los Lobos gang hideouts. And every time I got to one, I was like, fuck, I wish Tristan was here because I know you would have cleared it out in like minutes. And I would spend like 20 minutes hiding just out of range of them so that they couldn't perceive me like with the mod. And I would like take them out one by one with my sniper rifle. And so it would take me like 20 minutes because there's obviously multiple waves. Well, not obviously. In the New Austin one, there's like multiple waves at each of the gang hideouts. So it's like there were like 30 guys at each of these hideouts. And so it takes me a while to like basically like kite them and get them out like a couple at a time and then shoot them. And it's stressful. It's so stressful. And I just think to myself, every time combat comes up, like surprise combat, Tristan was like, oh, yeah, awesome. And I'm like, oh, this is terrifying. I hear the music starting. Oh, my God. So anyway, I also took my time. Snail, welcome in. Thanks for converting your Prime to a sub. Thank you. Thank you. Why wasn't there a notification for that? Anyway, I went all over New Austin, and Mexico is not part of the Red Dead 2 map. I was able to swim across the river to look at one of the structures that was across there that I don't remember what it was in Red Dead 1, but it's all just like a little bit of scenery and mostly not rendered stuff. Like you can just walk through the stuff, but there's no Mexico. So you can like look across the river. I forget what the name of the river is. But you can look across it. But I just love looking at Arthur. Oh yeah, I forgot he's still on screen. I'm not going to be able to see any of the chat on the VOD. Let me bite that. You go ahead. I like to say John can experience Mexico, but he can't swim. I think it's a hilarious thing that they've kept up through both of the games that he can't swim. Although with this mod, you can make them infinite swim, but it is really funny. And what was I saying? Oh, I like meticulously went through the whole map. I use the mod to like expose the full map so that I can see everything, and I zoomed in and like put a waypoint on every single little like speck and building and like point of interest and everything that I could see from the map, and went there like one by one by one. And I think I hit everything because I think I remember seeing everything that we saw in Red Dead 1. And I think I filled in all of the little, like, you know, when you find a point of interest or like a building or something, and Arthur will write a note or the name of the place next to it, which also, oh my God, Arthur's handwriting. Oh, but I think I went through and I did it all. And I would love to see Tristan look at it because I don't want to go back through. I did it before we finished Red Dead 1. Um but I would love to see Tristan do it as John because obviously when I go there as Arthur, it's 1899. So the way like some of the places aren't built up yet, and some of the places aren't the way that they are in 1914. And so like for example, in 1899, Armadillo has a cholera outbreak and like everybody is diseased and dying. So Tristan, I really, really want to see you go as John in 1911 to explore New Austin because I want to see how they evolved it in that middle point between like Arthur's time and Red Dead 1. I fear I'd struggle to clear places without Deadeye. Oh, yeah. Yeah. One of the mods that I have also gives you upgraded Deadeye because these are all things not as like cheats. I've said this before. I think that everybody should play games in the way that makes the game most enjoyable for you. And so for me, the mods that I use for Red Dead make it so much more fun. And so since I know I'm never leaving chapter 2 with my playthrough, I'm never going to. And the only way to get full, like, I think like level 5 or level 4 or something, I think level 6 Deadeye, because like each chapter you get a higher level of Deadeye where like it gives you an extra feature. Where all the way at the end it shows you like the hit points, like it highlights like the head, the heart, and the crotch for you and everything. Like you can target multiple people and everything. So like I have that turned on so that I can use full Deadeye because I'm never leaving chapter 2. And I just use that over and over again for when I come across those those gang hideouts. If I sat next to you in class, you made that noise. Look at my handwriting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for making that noise. I apologize. This is a crow stream. I'm not being very crow-like streamy. This is actually such a natural reaction. Agreed. Back myself into a closet out of shame. No, don't. I was trying to reach behind me and reach the thermostat. Um, reach the thermostat without unplugging my headphones. I'm really sad that like I want to be able to see chat in my VOD. But I still want to see him. He's just so beefy. Who up highlighting the crotch, I guess. Yeah. Which made me think of Tristan because I know he likes to go for the groin. And a good example is a head mod. I believe you. And I appreciate you bringing the right energy to these streams. Today is definitely an exception for sure. Crow trying to take a selfie with friends with one eye and Arthur in the other. Yeah, and what about it? And what about it? Because in like videos, when I go back to like clip things or in my VODs on YouTube, you can't see the chat replay. And I feel like that lends, because I don't always read the full chat out loud or read every chat out loud. And so I feel like as a VOD watcher myself, I like having that. Nowadays I almost always watch VODs on Twitch, so you do get the chat replay, but I post all my VODs to YouTube as well, so that once they expire on Twitch after 60 days, you can still see them there. And so for those, if I don't have the chat on screen, you don't know what I'm talking to or what I'm responding to. So oh my God, we've been just chatting for an hour. 2 whole months. I think Turbo gets you 2 months of saved FODs. And I think the normal affiliate is 1 month of saved FODs. I think, if I remember correctly. Even 1 month is a lot. I get that. I've been really lazy and I haven't been clipping, and I need to clip. I've gone through each of my older VODs to do clips, and I've gone from oldest to newest so that I can try to get them before they expire, and I'm worried that the one I was working on has already expired because I haven't done clips in like a month. And so and I don't really know how to do Twitch clips from I'm going live for your first time on computer. Awesome. Like right now, currently. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I want to be able to have Twitch clips, and it's easiest to make them from the Twitch interface, even though I know that I could do them for like a VODs or whatever. Also, I know that like quote unquote real streamers also record their streams so that you have a higher quality backup of your VODs. I don't think I'm at that point yet. But it would make it much easier to do like clips and like reference old VODs and stuff than trying to figure out how to download it from YouTube. But yes, how's it feel? Nervous? You'll do great. You'll do great. What are you going to be streaming? What's your like niche? What's your thing? Deleting? Huh? Oh, Deltarune. Oh, okay. I have heard a lot about that game recently. I don't know if like either it just came out or it just got an update or something, but I've heard a lot about that game. I don't have any idea what it's about. I just keep seeing its name around. It just got a new chapter. We've been chatting so long that I need to roll back my music. What was I gonna say? Oh, two things about games. One, Last Gas Station got an update, and I realized that the way that I'm playing, I'm not progressing the story, and I thought that it was just going to happen naturally, but I wasn't doing the things to actually unlock the rest of the story. And apparently there are multiple endings. I haven't spoiled them. I'm gonna fight men today. Why? I mean, that's valid every single day, but why? What is it saying? Oh yeah, Last Gas Station got an update. So it has some new features, but also I read a little bit more about how to progress. And I had a man staring at me for over an hour. That's awful. I'm so sorry, Joe. Yuck. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So now I know a little bit more of what I want to do to progress the game. There apparently are multiple endings. I haven't looked up what they are, and I haven't actually looked at like any guides, but I realized what I need to do. Also, Letter Lost. Having so much fun with that. It is way more complex than what I thought. It is way more complex than I thought. I was reading a little bit about hi haha. I was reading a little bit about the puzzles because I just didn't know like what I was doing. Oh my God. even the spoilers that I read, I don't even know what I'm reading. I haven't discovered what they're talking about. I have no idea what I'm reading. I don't know what's happening. And apparently there's an ARG element, which I had to Google what that was, alternate reality game puzzle, where you do things IRL. Like, apparently one of the things is like you email this thing to a certain email address and they come back and they like send you a thing that you have to do to unlock this sound file that's on some website. And then you find like a word looking at the waves of the sound file. And then you like, it's this whole thing. Something about like airport, like FAA abbreviations to make some kind of message. It's a whole thing. And I'm so overwhelmed. But I want to keep playing it because I have fun just processing the mail. But I also want to like keep playing it and just like progress. Just like progress. Also, hi, haha, welcome in. So yeah, I want to just progress. So you'll have to forgive me. Today, I kind of want to either play Last Gas Station or Letter Lost. And I'm kind of... I'm at my job, but not on the cock. Blech. I kind of think I'm leaning towards Last Gas Station. But, like... Also, I'm afraid that's going to be boring. Will you guys be so bored if I play Last Gas Station? If I keep Arthur on the screen like Cocomelon? Then when I'm playing it? Here's the other one. Have y'all been good cowboys and girls? Or sit on his lap. Oh, God. Anyway. I'm wondering if you're lost. Are you lost, honey? Oh. All right. I want to play some Last Gas Station. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Hands. I got the idea for a mustache from Tristan because I've never given him just a mustache. I've only done beard. Anyway. I will say if Tristan is still willing, he was going to help me set up some Red Dead redeems. And they would be my first sound redeems. Sound redeems kind of scare me. Sound redeems kind of scare me and overwhelm me, but he's going to help me with some of the sound clips. And then I think I can figure out the redeems. But anyway, before we go, little hands and ass action there.
Moon Prism Power Makeup!
Thanks for the follow. You can't even see Sailor Moon because of the ass. Anyway, we can look at the back. Can we look at this shape? Look at this Dorito shape. Look at this Dorito shape. John could never. John could never. John could never. John is good in his own ways, but he just... Anyway. Anyway, that's enough. This street... Computer, delete this VOD. Computer, block all of my family members from watching this VOD. I'm pulling it up now. Ugh, update. I have to update. All right, I'll put the music on for a little bit so that it's not quiet while it updates. It's updating. No, dude, I need to rise to work. I have to be at my job site at 8, even if I'm closer. Oh. I see the hatred of John is the lack of Arthur. John is hot in his own ways. I've said this before. Arthur is daddy. John is cunty. In his mannerisms and his dress and his body type. He looks better in Red Dead 2 than Red Dead 1, I would say. But I hate him for story reasons. For story reasons. So. Until I started hitting people because Arthur will literally like punch. And John slaps. Like he will open hand and backhand slap people when you're doing melee. It's so silly. And he also like one of his like call outs during combat is like you're gonna get a big slap on the mouth. A big slap on the mouth? Huh? So. Roger, is this where you learn I have a medical exemption from driving? This is where I'm learning it. Anyway, now I'm thinking about TikToks and thirst traps, and maybe we'll do one of those, like, check my TikTok likes someday. Do I still have my last gas station? Yeah, I do. Cunt and whimsy. Where's my box? Hello? Where's my background? Hello? Hang on. Oh, frig. Ah, frig. I'm gonna have to fix it. Frig. Stop snapping. Yeah, I am fixing this live and on camera. It's not perfect, but, and that's gonna bother me, but I'm like leaning over, squinting at my tiny, uh, I'm like squinting at my tiny, preview in OBS because I have so many panels on OBS. There we go. There we go. Why do you think Abigail loves John then? Because she's tied to him with a baby, and it's the 1800s, and women don't have a lot of freedoms, especially if you have a baby daddy that's not in the picture, and you're trying to like, find another man. You're a single mother. Crow 300 cosplay stream, and she just puts it. Actually, that would be so great. That would actually be so great. I need to get little PNG toggles. Like, just make them myself, basically. It's still. We just gotta. Oh, we just gotta go with that. All right, locked. Locked. Everything locked. I do too. It's called refusal, but yes, I'm finding. Yes, my panic disorder considered medically severe enough to make me a hazard on the road, so I do not drive. Understandable and valid. Crow cosplays the Strange Man in Red Dead 1. Oh, I have so much to say about the Strange. Good God. This is going to turn into a Joe stream where I just like break down so many elements of Red Dead universe, except I won't be as eloquent or complete or as coherent or as intelligent as Joe's explanations would be. My girlfriend is here in chat. Sorry. You only have 15 minutes. All right. Okay, so new strategy is going to be sell through what we have and focus on getting each of these to level 40 so that we can unlock the last little bits of lore for all of them. So I think that what makes the most sense is to just start with the UFO stuff and go from there. I love playing so many games and hardly talking about the game on the stream. Okay, so don't I have a... Oh, wait.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, it's jam.
How do I... Where's my... Am I crazy? How... Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 attractions that we can get for the UFO stuff, and then we'll look at products that we need to get. What are our other goals? Did we do everything? Oh, here's some of the new stuff. Okay, so now they have auto buyer, They also have, you can unlock people to run the store. And then there is, you're leaving now. Bye, haha. Thanks for joining us today. I'm pulling up the, updates, please. Updates, please. Where's the updates page? Okay, so I guess now you can fish. There's more automation. You can get little aliens to help you with checkout, warehouse work, and deliveries. Available after visiting the mine location. Save shelf layouts. Yes, that's such a good quality of life. Preserve product placement for automatic restocking. That's amazing. That's so good. Okay. Good to know. I'm missing things. Snail. Oh, I already said hi. Well, hello again, Snail. I need an Arthur thirst trap. Joe, you won't be prepared for what these redeems will be. And I don't know if I'm going to regret them when I'm back in my right state of mind. I do, in fact, have to leave now because I have to run a quick errand. Bye. Bye, Jojo. Love you. Miss you already. Goodbye. This is really good that they did this so that I can better see what is being selected. Automatically analyzes your needs and orders gas and grocery deliveries. Okay, let's hold off on that just yet so that I can decide what we want to put where. All right, that's automated. Gas is automated. Car wash is automated. Oh, it's this guy. This is a lore guy. I'm still trying to remember the controls for this game. Oh, you're Hecat's girlfriend. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember the control. Focus, Crow. Focus. Now, what? Oh, new pause overlay. They updated a lot of stuff. I thought there was something wrong, but now it looks like paused. Now, that one you simply couldn't have missed. No, please, miss. Don't tell me again that you saw something. Don't tell me that you saw something again and I missed it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. But how can this be? I keep watch nearly every night. What was it? What did you see? It was a bit like the Northern Lights, but there was a hint of a force loop. Yes, your description seems fitting. Which means tonight is the final phase, and I definitely won't miss it. Oh my goodness. I forgot to do the hydrate, but also I've been so thirsty and talking so much, I need to hydrate anyway. Yes, Roger? Oh, you're scaring me? What? Design. UFO stuff. Okay, so... Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, okay, okay. So we can. Okay, so I don't have to. I don't have to just leave them their own devices. Whoops. Level 40. Yep, that's what we're trying to get to. Let's do outside stuff for the UFO. Tire rocket's so ugly. Fragment of the hunt. These are so expensive. Roger! Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. That's very kind. Thank you, thank you. I wasn't paying attention to how many these add. Oh, these big ones add a lot. Sorry. We'll buy that just because. We'll buy this just because. That one. Zombifying TV tower. It's just so ugly. We'll do fragment. And then Arthur. Freudian slip. Arthur. Alright. Let's do... Oh, we're getting two! We're getting two, interactions. There, I saw two, lore characters. Two Lord characters came in. These are so ugly. Alright. Whoops. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Level 43! Okay, level 43. This is good news. I wonder what the max level is because we're not even halfway on there. Maybe it's 100? Level 100? Corresponding design elements. And when customers purchase themed merchandise. Increases demand for corresponding products. Okay, gotcha. And their selling price. Okay. Right now, we're trying to sell through inventory, and then we're going to redo inventory to, like, focus on certain areas. What is this game even about? So this is... You are basically a... Hang on, I can't think. Basically, you are a... came into possession of this gas station. We don't yet know how. And this area is like super haunted, and multiple citizens and the last owner of this gas station disappeared. And we haven't found out why yet. So basically... Oh, Tristan was saying. So basically, we've been upgrading and decorating and everything this gas station. And the reason why it was so run down is because in this world, electric cars have taken precedence. So there isn't much call for, like, gas stations for, like, you know, combustion engines. So we're a little ways in. It's like cute management sim with, like, kind of scary elements to it. Have you managed to overcome your craving for the unknown? I'm doing my best. Now, I just have to make sure that the unknown overcomes its craving for me. Still having bad dreams? If you count falling into an endless pit a bad dream. Is it possible for you to leave? At least for a little while? No. Why do you ask? Black snow, falling into a pit. Did you see any black plants in your dream? Oh, we did. Those vines were like all over when our like inverse self was there. Yes. Maybe because you told me about them at some point? You're scaring me. Where was that pit? Right outside the gas station. Outside? Yes. Can you promise me something? If it's to stay awake all night, then no. Hype chest. No, of course not. And feel free to treat this as a silly tradition, the superstition of a rundown town. After all, even the sheriff can have a few cognitive biases, can't she? But if you have a bad dream about black snow again, just don't go outside. Stay at home. All right, I promise. Thank you. Which people? There's one of my customers. Oh no, we already did that. Neighbors. No. Okay, we've already done all of those conversation stuff. And then here comes the little crazy old lady. Thank you. I had a bad dream about you. About me? Yes, I dreamed you were the lake princess. That doesn't sound so bad. But of course it does. According to old legends, the lake princess drowned and became the spirit of the lake. Don't go to the lake at night, under any circumstances. Okay. Oh, we're getting everybody. We're getting everybody. I think maybe, I think maybe because they did the update, so they're doing a bunch of lore. Oh my god, all of these people are lore people. Alright. It's good that we're getting lore, and I think once we get more voice notes, we'll read through them in order. We'll read through them in order. Alright. So we're kind of catching up on each of the areas, each of the legends. 200... My god. No. Oh, whoops. Hannibal, hi. Good to see you, good to see you. I hope you're feeling well today. No dimming of vision. No, I'm fine. Why? Nothing. It's just your gas station stands too close to Cloven Peak. And? Yeah, I think what we're doing is catching up on a lot of this lore because they just did like 2 significant updates. Have you seen the red light there? Yes. What does it mean? This is an emergency beacon at the Cloven Peak Geophysical Station. It alerts the residents and tourists with no phone signal about anomalous magnetic activity. The mountain itself consists almost entirely of magnetite. When I worked in Area 23, that red light always meant there would be a lot of soldiers complaining about their eyesight. Of course, there was always a fair number of malingerers describing all sorts of unimaginable patterns appearing before their eyes. but there were also real symptoms. So make sure not to overexert yourself and drink plenty of water. All right, thanks. What is my favorite game currently? Red Dead Redemption 2. Annabelle, bye. You missed like an hour-long monologue about Red Dead 2 in the beginning of the stream. Also, I miss you. Bye. Have safe travels. Have you seen the saucer? Catching up on all the lore. Saucer? Yes, everyone has seen it. And this one was a manned model. This means we'll get a landing force soon. Mark my words. Okay. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to do all of our buying and catching up on things at nighttime. Do I know TADC? What is that? I added a new chord. I think I said this last time. I added a new chord to my... I set up a bunch of stuff on my workstation. And there's this one chord that hasn't like fully relaxed. And it kind of like curls around stuff. And it's annoying me. It's annoying me right now. The Amazing Digital Circus? No! I have no idea what the Amazing Digital Circus is. And I've heard people talk about it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't even Googled it. I don't think there'll be any more customers today. Short 9-episode internet show that just finished last week. Oh, okay. Oh, what are we looking at? Wait, is that a ghost on the water? I simply have to find out what it is. Do we have to? Are you seeing this? What? That figure on the lake. Yes, of course. Doesn't it strike you as odd? No. What is it? I don't know. I call her the Moon Princess. It's not finishing because you know how Goose works. Likes to lie. And when some people were going to watch the movie in theaters, Guesswork told them it's not over. She sometimes appears at night. And you've never had the desire to figure out what she is? Only at first. And then I thought, what will this give me? Will it make her more beautiful? I doubt it. So I decided to just admire her. Okay. So how's your gas station doing? Slow. And you're fishing? Same. Do you think you could teach me to fish? Well, I guess I could use another pair of hands. There are many streams and ponds in the area that are home to rare species. I forgot to change the category. Forgot to change the category. I'm so bad at that. I'm so bad at remembering. And then I have to like edit the VOD afterwards to put it in the right category. Great. Where do I start? It's very simple. You lower the net into the water, and when the fish swims over it, you pull it out. Why not use a fishing rod? Fish are alive, and the hook hurts them just as much as they would hurt us. Few people think about that for some reason. True. What do I do with the ones I catch? I put them in jars or aquariums where they can breed and simply please the eye. Please the eye? Do you think I could display these aquariums in my store? Why not? Let's do it this way. You catch rare species, I'll get the aquariums. Take this fishing journal to track your successes. Do you have a spare net by any chance? Sure do. Here you go. Thank you. Now I can fish. Keep in mind the chance of catching certain species depends not only on the body of water, also on the time of day, and also your legend level. This is a fishing journal. Catch rare species to earn aquariums and other unique interior and exterior decor. Same. Let's try. I feel like there are a lot of questions unanswered for some of the characters. Oh. Yes, I'm left bumpering. I'm left bumpering. I'm left bumpering. I'm Zing. Okay, there we go. Okay. What candy is? Yeah. You mean like from rave culture? All right, so right now, what's my auto stock? Oh, how do I? Why does it show that I have them, but then it says no suitable items? I don't get this new way of doing things. No, I don't want to save layout. Wait, change item? This is all new. Okay, like I said, we're gonna make this pretty in a second. But right now, I'm just gonna go through my stock so that I can go through the stock. Ooh, I think we've almost gone through it. Okay. Oh, and then we can read what the new lore is. Okay. Ooh, this is the new one. Okay. Should we start from the beginning? Because I don't remember all of this. For over a century, this is the UFO lore. For over a century, the locals have been constantly claiming to see strange lights and unidentified flying objects in the sky. The police regularly get calls from amnesiac abduction victims, along with complaints about strange sounds in the night sky. The first recorded sightings date back to the 1950s. An old civil aviation pilot who identified himself as G. Briggs described 3 orbs hovering over Cloven Peak on a local radio station. A listener noted that this description strikingly resembled the phenomena described in indigenous legends. Some even claim that an alien base is located in the area, either at the bottom of the lake or even within Cloven Peak itself. Modern sightings. I wonder how the cow became the stereotypical depiction of something being abducted. You'd think that modern technology should have long ago put an end to the UFO claims, but the situation has hardly changed. The same blurry photos and shaky footage, despite the state-of-the-art cameras in every other phone. The same outright fakes, the same testimonies of unreliable eyewitnesses. There is no evidence. Official sources state that backward locals make atmospheric discharges, or the identification lights of Official sources state that backward locals mistake atmospheric discharges or the identification lights of delivery drones for UFOs, or witness the reconfiguration of communication satellites in low orbit. Or they're simply trying to attract tourists to this remote region. But eyewitnesses insist that the lights appear too low for satellites, and the area is too remote for delivery drones, and there clearly weren't any back in the 1960s. And if these are atmospheric phenomena, then why do the movement patterns of the mysterious lights seem so purposeful? The theory about an attempt to revive tourism also doesn't hold water. Today, no one in their right mind would travel to places without the usual comforts and amenities. It's much easier to put on a neural indicator and experience all the delights of wild nature without leaving the comfort and safety of your apartment or capsule. And yet, there's one problem that's hard to ignore. There's too much evidence, a suspiciously large amount, and people really do disappear out here. Here's our new lore. The truth is out there. We haven't seen on the water. We've seen in the sky, though, I think. Hi, Raven. Hi. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. You missed a 1 hour long podcast about about Red Dead 2. It was riveting. Cows are like the only one outside at night. Jax is slowly getting smaller and smaller as we talk about all this, so what if he's unextracted? What does that mean? Sooner or later, any truly inquisitive researcher will wonder, what if we really are looking in the wrong place? After all, aliens are just one possible interpretation of the mysterious lights in the sky. Perhaps we've become too fixated on it. Remember that movie where the saucer wasn't an alien ship but an ancient predator hiding in the clouds? Maybe there's something similar out there too. And disappearance could be explained by other legends. And the disappearances could be explained by other legends, which indigenous peoples have left us in abundance. For example, Bigfoot or the reverse house, where a lone traveler might end up by accident. But there could also be more mundane explanations. What if secret tests conducted in Area 23 are what's causing all these lights? What exactly are they testing? Anything, from the latest aircraft to new methods of mass neural induction. The latter, incidentally, would explain the lack of physical evidence despite such a large number of eyewitnesses. We might only learn about all this in 20 or 50 years when archives are declassified. We may never know. But one thing's for certain, we won't stop searching for the truth. It's out there. Okay, let's do a quick sweep for voice notes because we had a bunch of Laura interactions. Okay, none over here. Okay, we still need to do civilization and legend. Oh, this is new. Wait, what? This is new. What does this mean? Okay, so we have something to figure out. Let's take a peek outside. Let's see if there's any new voice notes. Little glowing, little glowing. Little glowing red lights. Little glowing red lights. Okay, I don't see any. Maybe let's do the next one. So we got to level 40 on UFOs. Let's do Bigfoot. What kind of design do we need for Bigfoot? Whoops. Bigfoot. Tire Bigfoot. Bigfoot cutout. I like that. Bigfoot on gas. Okay. Bigfoot statue. I like that. All right, let's go put these out. Oh, I forgot we have one over here. Okay, we'll put that. Wait, install. We'll put that. We'll put that. That. Minus? Why are we getting minuses? For Bigfoot. It should be +5 for Bigfoot. Ooh, what was that? Oh my gosh, I keep pushing the wrong button. Level 39. Okay, we need one more. One more. What's like a cheap one? Beware of Bigfoot. I like that one. Bigfoot mask is scary. Bigfoot spotted. I like that. Let's do... Okay. Level 41 for Bigfoot. All right, let's start the next day, and then tomorrow we can read. We just did a bunch of reading. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. My go, girl bee. Have a good day. Nice meeting you, too. Thanks for coming in. What was that noise outside? We're not supposed to go outside, girl. Oh. The red light is up there. Looks like you managed not to miss all the action this time. Yes. It's pretty. What does it mean? I think it's the signal. Going where? To the ancestors. Home. Where's that? The Orion's Belt. Is that the, constellation we kept... No, Orion's Belt doesn't look like that. The top of Cloven Peak points there once every 12,000 years. How is that possible? Precession? It would take too long to explain. Let's just admire it. What are they transmitting? I don't know. Maybe a message that everything is fine? Or maybe the opposite. All I know is that according to ancient texts, the central pyramid collects information from all the others along the ley lines and sends it home. Oh yeah, this is the guy that thinks that there's a pyramid hidden inside of the mountain. What will happen if they get a signal that everything is bad? I'm afraid we'll never know. Both options can mean something good or something bad for our civilization. But it will be hundreds, if not thousands of years before we face the consequences of what we're seeing now. I see. You know what? Maybe we need to get more lamps, because the lamps have these signals in it. I don't know what that one is supposed to be. Like, that one has the triangle, the other one had Area 23. This one has the moon. This one has the lightning. Okay, let me see if we can add any more lanterns, or if we filled all the spots. I don't like the city lights. I like the other ones. Bye, Hecate. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I can only go to bed. I like the old lights. Oh, I can only have that many? Oh my. A whole procession. Okay, there we go. That one's already an old light. That one's already an old light. That one. Wait, so how many... No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six. Oh. Okay. We'll make a note. I need to focus on my live stream. Are you watching stream while you're live streaming? Have a good stream. Good luck. All right, now we've got a bunch of... We'll check the symbols tonight. And then... Look, we're Bigfoot. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, we got more lore guy. So the frog guy got his pyramid update. This guy does the military stuff. Oh. No. Okay, whatever. No, just give him the penny. He left without giving us lore. I'm surprised we haven't seen Bill, because Bill is the one that does the UFO stuff. Also, perhaps I need to focus in on one legend. After we unlock all the lore, let's focus in on one legend, and then that will determine what we stock in the store. Because the prices are higher for the legends that you have more points for. Or for the items corresponding to the legends that you have the most points for. Making mad money. Okay, what did I say? We're gonna look at the symbols and read the lore. Symbols, lore. Symbols, lore. What? Max warehouse slots, your order can fill 120 if there's not enough storage space. Only the best-selling items from the list will be added to the order. Max. Oh, I can turn on and off ordering stuff. Okay, okay. Ordering gas is on, ordering stuff is off. Okay, yeah. We're not gonna do stuff yet. Just gas. I wish that we could read this so I knew what it was saying. Wait, Google Translate? All right, let's see. I think that this is this Cyrillic? Is this Russian? Minimum amount of money that should remain in your account after placing an auto order. Okay. Good to know. I would like 10,000 to remain. I wish you could do more nuance, like 5,000 or something. Yeah, we'll do this. I haven't even been looking at our fuel levels. And then are we going to be able to... It said that you'd be able to unlock little AI guys to check out at the register for you. I wonder if they only do stocking at nighttime. We are making so much money. Oh, even change. I'm so glad we have that little cleanup bot. Which legend should we do? UFO, Bigfoot, Otherworld, Pyramid Mountain, Area 23, or Legend of the Lake? I'm kind of thinking the lake, or Bigfoot, or UFO. Actually, kind of like... Yeah. Which one should we stick to? You know what? Just for funsies, it doesn't even matter that much. Just for funsies. Okay, vote in the poll. If you're here, vote in the poll. Just for funsies. You're back. Welcome back. Oops. How do I undo change that I give somebody? I don't remember. I kind of want our gas levels to go low so that I can see the AI bot order stuff. I don't think there'll be any more customers tonight. Alright, what are these symbols in order? Okay. So we have Bigfoot. Hang on. I'm writing these down. We have foot, UFO, lightning, moon, this game is so cute. I don't see if anyone play it. Thank you. I think after he saw me play it exhausted, got the game and started playing. Then he got way ahead of me and and I haven't gotten as far as he got. 23, but that's not in a lantern, so I don't know if that counts. That has nothing. All right, let's go plug these in and see if I'm a genius. No, that was over here. All right, we had foot, UFO, lightning, moon, triangle, 23. Oh, oh, another area. More voice notes. So many voice notes. More doors. This is huge. Day 3. This is the earliest one we've got. Had someone told me 5 years ago that I'd end up behind the fence of the great and terrifying... Had someone told me 5 years ago that I'd end up behind the fence of the great and terrifying Area 23, and in such a role, I never had believed it. Nor would I have believed what a dummy it really was. No prison cells, no UFO hangars, just an old, useless missile base with a dozen empty silos and a bunch of generic underground corridors. Well, one of my theories can be safely trashed. Pity. That was my favorite one. However, the utilities here are in surprisingly good condition. The insulation is also good, perfect for the project's purposes. That was the one we just came from. Is this an aquarium or is this lake stuff? Day 83. That word, unknown, haunts me for some reason. It's as if some understanding is clawing at me from within, but can't seem to find its way out. Today, I'll try floating in deprivation chamber again. We'll see. All right, we've got... Oh, we have more than I thought. All right, once we get them, I'll read them in succession. Because it's hard to remember what all of them were. Day 85. For some reason, all true insights come in an annoyingly mundane manner. I didn't have any vivid, mystical experiences in the deprivation chamber. I merely recalled one of my nighttime conversations with Red Elk. We still haven't figured out who Red Elk is. He had said mockingly, "Are you trying to understand the unknown? That's as absurd as grabbing your shadow to examine it under a flashlight. When you open your hand, it'll be empty, and your shadow will go back on the ground." And everything fell into place. I'll try to formulate a hypothesis in my next entry. Alright, did we pass 2 doors? No, it's just that door. Something tells me that if I go in there, I might not come back. Oh. I'm not ready to not come back yet. Okay. So, that happened. By the way, for any of you who weren't listening before, who weren't here for previous streams, our stockroom mysteriously has a hatch to the underground military tunnels, and twice we've seen wet footprints coming out of there and leading outside the store, but there's never anything there. Oh, that's right. We were going to look at Bigfoot. Yeah, we got everything from Bigfoot. You're getting Crow podcast today. First footprints. Whoops. It's aggravating that these aren't listed in the same order that they are on the menu. Stories of enormous footprints on the ground and figures flitting between the trees appeared in the area around Cloven Peak long before the first roads and camps were established. Indigenous legends mention a certain mountain forest creature who watches from the shadows but never attacks the pure of spirit, and maybe even eats babies. Whatever that means. It is described in various ways, sometimes a huge furry beast, sometimes as a blurry silhouette that can only be seen out of the corner of your eye. But all stories share a common element, the feeling of being watched. Love Crow podcast, thank you. Some legends say that these creatures guard the portal to some forbidden land from the unworthy and serve as guides for the worthy. The first, more or less, documented evidence of Bigfoot's existence dates back to the early 20th century. For some reason, the hunters of that time had started a trend of taking photos with these enormous footprints in the background. Of course, most of them were crude fakes, as evidenced by the footprints' increasing in size year after year, to the point of looking downright absurd. But the very first photographs that appeared in newspapers at the time almost certainly captured the real deal. Today, it's safe to say that after a long decline, interest in Bigfoot is beginning to return. This might be due to the recent discoveries of fossils bearing paw prints strikingly similar to those captured in old photographs. Excuse me. However, we still lacked direct evidence of the existence of this mysterious species. Despite advances in photo and video recording technology, we still have the same blurry images and jittery videos of hazy shapes behind trees. Everything is just like it was 100 years ago. As for the footprints, the skeptics are right. Nowadays, it's very easy to 3D print any shape to leave realistic prints. Bigfoot truly is one of the most hoax-prone legends. Hoaxers have accumulated a wealth of experience in this area. We are left with this age-old question: what for? Who would try to revive an old hunter's legend in our progressive era of virtual tourism? And a second, less obvious question: what about the feeling of being watched? While eyewitnesses' accounts may differ on some points, they are surprisingly unanimous on this. So, what do we know about Bigfoots today? Not as much as we could, unfortunately, and almost everything is pure conjecture. They are likely a rare, relict species. They likely possess the ability to hypnotize, or in the language of the natives, to divert the eyes. They likely only visit and perhaps hunt in the area around Cloven Peak. They live and breed elsewhere. Where? Legends most often mention the mysterious spirit land of Bala Sham, the entrance to which is located on the mountain. More recent hypotheses point to a network of caves beneath Cloven Peak, from which these creatures supposedly emerge through secret passages in the fault area. And there are indeed plenty of unexplored caves there. There is another relatively new perspective on the matter. Linguists studying the languages of indigenous peoples have discovered an interesting coincidence. In nearly all local dialects, the words for country and spirit also have other meanings: home and other side/reverse. Could it be that we're looking in the wrong places? Perhaps the figures we sometimes glimpse out of the corner of our eye in the forest beneath Cloven Peak aren't ancient creatures of flesh and blood at all, but rather visitors from the so-called reverse house. If you think about it, both legends have a surprising number of features in common. The only difference is that while the visitors are typically portrayed as dark, sinister creatures, Bigfoots are almost are often on the side of the light, but both legends have exceptions. Two sides of the same force, maybe? Well, let's hope that sooner or later the truth will be revealed, at least to the most worthy among us. Alright, story time over. What's the next one we should focus on? Otherworld. Do we have any... Whoops. Otherworld. Okay, I like light at the end of the tunnel. I like tunnel. Wrecked motorcycle. Why would that be underworldly? Oh, maybe like people died? Mangled school bus. That's upsetting. We'll do that one. Crow audiobook when? When there's Tristan audiobook. I want to hear you read Howl's Moving Castle so bad. Or at least read Howl's parts. So that it's authentic. No, I want to go back. Can I not remove this? No, no, wait. I want ghost stuff. Replace. Ghost stuff, replace. Ghost stuff, replace. Ghost stuff, replace. Oh, wait, Bigfoot statue does. Well. Oh well, we'll leave that there. Otherworld, 36. We still only have 36? I guess we can put up... We'll replace that. 41, Otherworld. Alright. Again, we're not restocking, we're trying to sell through things, and then we can figure out what we want to specialize in. I think we might specialize in both Bigfoot and UFO, because I feel like they're kind of... But the lake is kind of special to, like, Bigfoot and UFO and otherworldly stuff is all kinds of, like, normal IRL stuff. And the lake seems kind of completely local. Hi, Hayden! I'm missing things. I'm missing chats. Hi, Hayden. Hi, hi, hi. And hi, Jay. Good to see you, Jade. Oh, 2 nights in a row? Oh, it's the creepy snow. Okay, the one thing that I find actually scary in this game is the inverse house, because they say it's like psychological torture. And the guy was saying that if we get these visions, it means that they've like infiltrated our brain. Oh! Oh! Red elk? It's not a door, it's a window. What? It's getting creepier every night. If this goes on, I'll have trouble falling asleep at all. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Oh, that's why you were saying Jay, because you got a Jay. The random redeems really do hate you. I'm so sorry. I can't wait to automate the inside checkout so that I can be outside. Because otherwise I go all day without seeing the outside. Is the gas station haunted by cryptids? It's haunted by all kinds of stuff. Like, there's UFO, legends of aliens, legends of Bigfoot, ghosts, that there's a pyramid inside of that mountain in the background, Area 23, which is a military area, and then Legend of the Lake, there's something like sucking people under to the bottom. Fighting the final boss for chapter 1. What are you playing? Also, you keep coming to stream when you have your own stream. You gotta focus on your stream. Conspiracy Theory Central. Yeah. This whole game, you're basically capitalizing on the conspiracy theories by the way that you decorate your store and the merchandise that you sell. And like you can specialize in different legends. And so right now we are also experiencing the legends in real time. So there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot happening all at once. Oh my god, we have so many customers. Playing Deltarune. Oh. I've not missed an episode of this and I'm confused. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot going on. At least we finally made some progress in the military tunnels. Oh, exact change. Sorry, I was looking elsewhere. Whenever a customer delivers exact change, it's a shaman event? Shaman event? Gotta make the customers wait in suspense. Exactly. The longer I have them wait in the store, the greater chance that they'll buy something. Oh, whoops. I did that the stupid way. I did this the very stupid way. Oh well. Michael Jackson noise? I love when people pay with card. We're making so much money. You know what? I think... Well, I haven't looked at the... Alright, we got 2 votes for Legend of the Lake. Maybe we'll do Legend of the Lake, and Bigfoot. I'd love to use catch, but I never use change. I get that. That's valid. Here in the US, they discontinued pennies, which, if you're not from the US, it's the 1-cent coin. And I just don't understand. And I've been to stores. I've been to at least 2 stores that have signs that are like, we are running low on pennies and we can't get any more. So like if you can pay with card, please do that. Or like if you can pay with exact change, please do that. So yeah. It's kind of bizarre. It's kind of really bizarre. Whoops. Otherworld. We unlocked Otherworld. More story time. A rift in space-time. How does applying for a bank account work exactly in the US? It's been so long, I can't remember. I haven't opened a new bank account in like forever. One of the indigenous tribes has a legend that in ancient times... Wait, Roger, you aren't from the US? How did I not know this? One of the indigenous tribes has a legend that in ancient times, the giant Sudur trapped over the peak, which was whole at the time. Oh, it didn't have that big crack in it. And became so enraged that he took his axe and with a mighty blow clove not only the mountain but space-time itself. Since then, visitors from the other side have appeared in the area around Cloven Peak. These are the lost souls of the dead and the evil doppelgangers of those who are soon to die. Oh, does this mean we're about to die? Oh no. It would seem to be just an ancient legend, but for some reason, to this day, every other resident in the little town of Cloven Peak can recount seeing the ghost of a recently deceased acquaintance on the highway. Some even claim to have given such visitors a ride, only to learn of their death a few days later. Roger's from the UK. You heard my accent. Like I said, I was only in your stream for a few minutes because I had to leave, and I don't remember. I don't remember very much. It would seem to be just an ancient legend. Oh, we read that. And for some yet unknown reason, such encounters most often occur on the highway. The other side has different names in different cultures. The Upside Down, Purgatory, the Spirit World. But among the indigenous tribes living around Cloven Peak, it is most often referred to as the Reverse House. According to their beliefs, the souls of those who met a violent end, or of those with important unfinished business, that is, all those unwilling to accept their fate, descend the steps of the Reverse House. Their time begins to flow backwards, so they can still be contacted where the boundary between worlds has thinned. And only those few who have ended their lives without regrets can ascend into eternity up the steps of the Golden Ziggurat, another lighter version of the Reverse House. She don't remember. I'm sorry. That's why I have to come to one of your streams so that I can remember. I don't have to apply necessarily, just go and bank and ask to add an account. Let's run a report to see if you've neglected past accounts. Oh. Yeah, I've been crying the whole time about the weather. Oh. Is it still bad? Did you get your AC yet? Tristan? Whoops. Here we go. Tristan! A Lego set instead? Tristan, I hate hearing you suffer because heat kills me. And so all I can think about is being hot. And then I'm like, oh, they're just hot this whole time. This is just probably torture. Poor Exhausted and Jay and Tristan, they're just How are they doing anything? How are they streaming? First time I met Jay, I got called a sheep shagger in 12 seconds flat. Here we go. The most important question for an inquisitive researcher is, why here? If the boundary between worlds has thinned, then why near Cloven Peak specifically? We're not seriously going to consider the story of the ornery giant, are we? Unexpectedly, it was our beloved skeptics who provided us with an answer. No, they didn't even deign to consider the numerous eyewitness accounts of the ghost. Of course not. The words of tired, poorly educated, superstitious townfolk are worth nothing to the skeptics, even if there are dozens, hundreds of such cases. But the hypothesis that explains the fraying fabric of reality in these parts does rely on the argument of skeptics. The fact is, fans of a certain famous razor-like razor like to explain the anomalies of Cloven Peak by the fact that it is supposedly composed almost entirely of magnetite. Supposedly, in quotes, because there are no studies that could confirm this with sufficient accuracy to convince the skeptics. This is just a convenient hypothesis that, quote, explains everything to them. But if it's true, then we have a huge horseshoe magnet of colossal strength at the fault site. And with all due respect to modern science, I wouldn't claim the influence of such a magnet on the fabric of space-time has been sufficiently studied. It may not be tearing to shreds out here, yes, but then again, we're only talking about thinning. Wait, who writes these? Lab Rat, founder of Cloven Truth. Is that the guy that comes in and talks about Area 23? I heard Americans have a bit of a struggle opening a bank account. I don't know. Again, like I said, I haven't done it in forever. The AC unit I ordered was meant to come Wednesday, but because of so many people ordering one, it got delayed until after the heat wave, so I just canceled it. What about the next heat wave, though? It's gonna get hot again. I open at least an account a day as long as you don't have a negative account. Do you work in banking? Or are you personally opening account a day? Welsh. Oh, Tristan, tell us what your guess is. Tell us what your guess is. Hey, yo, Stranger Things, Big Magnet. I actually never watched any of Stranger Things. I also have not watched any of Lost, except for like the first 2 episodes, because at the time I was obsessed with the Lord of the Rings movies, and Dominic Monaghan was Merry, and then he was in Lost. So I watched the first couple of episodes to be like, oh, I want to see more of him. But I kind of hated it. But that was also only like the first 2 episodes. I do work in banking, sitting in the drive-thru right now. Aww. Jade works for big money. We need money, Arthur. There you go. Roger's most definitely English. I just couldn't tell if northern or southern. Do you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Well, I don't know. I thought opening an account was attached to your salary or something. Oh, that's strange. We need money to get to Tahiti, Arthur. I have a plan. Pay for Uncle's BBO. That would make his lumbago worse. Okay? That would make his lumbago worse. guys doing back and forth? Wait, you're Scottish? Wait, you're not? I like watching this mystery unfold. I just drank some water. Thank you, Jade. I'll take another sip. The most eloquent Scot I've ever met. Thanks. Okay, I don't remember. Does anybody remember where Dominic Monaghan and I can't remember the name of Pippin's actor are from? Where are their accents from? God, I used to have such a huge crush on both of them. And on Aragorn. And on, I don't remember her name, but Liv Tyler. And on Legolas. Mostly Aragorn, though. And Pippin. Mostly Aragorn and Pippin. They say that if a researcher is truly after the truth, they shouldn't fall in love with hypotheses. Even if they seem so right, they should be suspected of treachery, just in case. Let's try a mental experiment. Ghosts and dark doppelgangers on the highway in the pre-dawn fog. Could there be a different explanation for them? Let's put aside the symbolism of the road for now. It is logical to assume that in such remote places, people are simply more often on the road than in the forest. That's why such encounters are more common there. This also explains the fact that eyewitnesses most often see victims of car accidents. It would be quite strange to see your grandmother, who passed away peacefully in her bed, on a highway. This is clearly a red herring. What else then? Bigfoot? Perhaps. After all, those who believe in them claim that Bigfoots have hypnotic powers. The mysterious Area 23? Suspiciously silent and located in such a remote place to boot. Could it be dubious experiments on the locals? But what is their purpose? Developing psionic weapons? It's a psyop. The CIA in this world? But what is their purpose? Oh, but people were seeing ghosts before this military base was even built. What then if all the hypotheses are true, but only partially? What if the rift between worlds is real, has always been here, and Area 23 is studying it, experimenting with widening it, or even sending expeditions to the other side? If this is true, then we can only hope that irresponsible scientists don't tear the already thin fabric of reality apart, for that is when all the darkest legends would come true. My best friend's Scottish and I still get confused what he's saying. Bye, Hayden. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Google says Dominic is from Germany? And Billy is from the UK. Oh, that's right. Billy. Dominic is from Germany? Billy is from Scotland. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that it was either like Irish or Scottish. Mr. Woods. Do you wear wigs? Will you wear wigs? What was I doing? We read that and we were going to pyramid. We need to do pyramid stuff. Pyramid. There we go. Pyramid. This is so expensive, but I like that. Pyramid. That should be enough. Arthur Morgan edit. Oh, possibly. Possibly. Remove that. Install. Pyramid. And wait. Tool install. Ascension of the Soul. Install. Remove. Install. Remove. Install. We made the pyramid. All right. The dolphin is dead. Oh no. What the hell was that sound? Am I having a break-in? Okay, I wonder if each of these is triggered by us reaching certain legend levels. Say that again, but in a German accent. I don't know how to. The dolphin is dead. I don't know how to. Hey, what the heck? Oh no. Stop right there. Run faster, run faster! What the heck? Oh, are these their footprints? Looks like there's a trail. I can't really see anything now. I'll check out this new trail in the morning. But they won't be there in the morning. Replace the with Z and you're halfway there. Zidolphe. I can't. That's French. I can do French. Really bad French accent. I'm really no good at accents. I love accents and like analyzing them and recognizing them and all kinds of stuff. Like, I enjoy learning how to distinguish various American accents, specifically like Southern. And I feel like because I live there, I'm pretty good at identifying Carolina accents and Pittsburgh accents because I have family from there. I feel like I can also do Louisiana accents and Georgian, but there's a lot of subtle ones. There's a lot of subtle ones, like the California accent. There's like various California accents. The differences between like Jersey and New York City. I just really like accents a lot. And I like watching videos of people like analyzing, would you call it like phonetics or linguistics? I guess both. And the words that they use to describe like certain mouth sounds, you know? And like tongue placements that create certain sounds. I'd love to travel the US and discover all the accents. 50. Been to Florida and California, but tourist stuff. Oh, and at one time, I watched a bunch of videos on different English accents. For being such a small country, there are so many distinct accents. And I've never looked into differences with Scottish, Irish, or Welsh accents. Not differences between them, but like if there are regional variants, which I assume that there are. My favorite accent to do is none of them because I'm very bad. I feel like I'm good at hearing and listening to, but I cannot recreate any of them. I'm so bad at recreating any of those sounds with my mouth. Which is a shame because when I try to convey something that I'm speaking about with an accent, like a nuance or something like that, I can't communicate it. I feel like I can't put into words or sounds, I guess. I can't put into sounds what I'm listening to. Favorite to listen to? I'm actually thinking about this. Like, I'm thinking about American ones because I like the stereotypical Italian American accent, which usually is some blend of like New York City and New Jersey. I will say, and at the risk of sounding creepy, I'm so sorry, but I love Welsh accents. And so I feel like that's not something that I ever get to hear, like ever, other than Tristan's streams, like, or when I listen to the audiobook of House Moving Castle. I like the cadence, like the lilting cadence of Welsh accents. I also like, I'm kind of like thinking I do like Carolina accents, but I also grew up like 9 years of my childhood in North Carolina. So I guess maybe like stereotypical Northeastern Italian American, Pittsburgh, the Carolinas, Wales, and I think French. But same thing with France. I don't know a lot of the dialects, or like regional variances with the accents, and I know that there are. But I like whatever the stereotypical like portrayal of French accents. I do actually really like Scottish and to a lesser extent Irish accents, but I'm going to sound so American when I say this. I have to think when I'm listening to them. My brain has to process more when I listen to Scottish and Irish accents. And I do like English accents, but I feel like they're the ones that Americans are most often exposed to is like basically like whatever the royal family sounds like, you know? You have to really focus on what they're saying. Exactly. What are y'all's favorite accents? What do you guys like? I feel like I talk with tar in my mouth compared to Scottish/Irish. My ex-girlfriend preferred to listen to American speaking English and she wasn't a native, so take your trophy. See, that's one of those things where it's like, what kind of American accent? I think that the like transatlantic accent in quotes is fun, but it annoys me. It annoys me very quickly. Welsh and Scottish, I feel you. Southern or Arabic. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I read yours in my head, but I didn't read it out loud, Jade. Because you also said French. Yeah. I don't think I said it out loud. Wait, is the AI not going to receive it for me? I just have to know when there's a delivery? A very specific Appalachian Southern accent. Oh, yes, Appalachian accents. Yes. I agree with that. I love Southern English accents most of all, to my deepest shame. Russian and Australian. What am I doing? 7, 20. What does Southern England sound like? The French sounds sick, like ill or like or like oh, Southern English sounds posh. Okay. Oh. I think that's just their general affect. I think as a people they're jaded. Hi, welcome back. Tristan, what are your favorite accents? Exhausted is Southern English. Oh. There's so many good accents out there, but I'm stuck with the most basic combo of a Midwestern accent with a bit of Southern accent thrown in. It's gentle, soothing, and tilt your head energy. What French is? French is just spoken straight from the nasal cavity. It is. It is. And the back of the throat. The like... Oh, Southern English is. I get that. We're rich. We have 58,000 dollops. That's a lot of doll hairs. All right, what is the next one? We have pyramid. Area 23 is the next one. I feel like Welsh is spoken from the back of the throat. Like that too. I'm an artsy. Southern American and Portuguese. Oh, Portuguese is interesting. We were just talking earlier, Tristan, about how there are so many Southern accents. They get a lot of good Southern accents correct in Red Dead. Because Saint Denis is supposed to be like Louisiana area. And wait, I'm not counting this correctly. They have people with like Creole accents and everything. I think that those accents are so cool. But like a thick Creole accent, same thing as with like Scottish and Irish. I have to like think when I'm listening to. This is the meanest thing you could have ever said to me. No. Snail didn't say it was a bad thing. We were just talking generally about accents. I really liked the name that like in French, I remember the names of the accents. Like there was always like accent aigu, accent grave, cédille. And I like them, especially cédille. Not nasally like French, just more back of the throat. L'oiseau. Oiseau. I forget what that is. Tristan, Snail is saying you're using the back of your throat, which I don't know if that's any of your business. That might just be between you and Arthur Morgan, but... Bird! That's right! I hope that's saved. We're at 3 hours. I've done a lot of talking, a lot of reading, and my tummy is rumbling. A lot of talking to do shortly. Use the back of that throat, Tristan. All right. Don't go anywhere. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. We are looking for someone to raid because we have 14 people. All right. Sit down. Sit down. Put your seatbelts on. Sit down. Who are we gonna Everybody sit down. Who should we raid? Does anyone have any suggestions? I do see that Crew is live. I feel like I've rated him a million times. Let me see if there's anyone playing Last Gas Station. There is someone playing Last Gas Station. We could raid them. Or actually, I think I'm just gonna do. Let's do Crew. Let's do Crew. We'll do Crew. Crew. There we go. Don't you dare raid me again. It would be an offline raid. What do you mean? Unless you're live right now. You're not live right now, are you? Bullet Hammer. I don't know Bullet Hammer. Is stream over? I'm so sorry. We're at 3 hours, Jade. I'm sorry. But if you're sad that stream is over, my YouTube channel has all of my VODs on it. So you can go back and watch the VOD. Also, follow me on Instagram. That's where I post my go live notifications and any changes to the schedule. And what is that schedule? Tristan knows what it is. It's every Monday and Thursday at 11 a.m. EST. Monday and Thursday, 11 a.m. at EST. So tell a friend and bring them with you because we're trying to reach 150 followers. We're 107 right now. If anyone else wants to hear my monologuing and podcasting, just reading things inside of games and, talking nonstop. Monday through Thursday, bring a friend. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to Joe and Tristan. And we didn't see Otto today, but thank you to the 3 of you for being my mods. Thank you for any follows, sub bits gifted. Really appreciate it. Y'all are helping me make this my full-time job, which is so exciting. I'm not there yet, but someday. All right, Tristan just gave you the raid message there. Take that, and we're gonna go say hi to Crew. He's playing Alan Wake. All right, have a lovely day. Goodbye, I love you all. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. Have a good weekend.